What's good, YouTube? It's Jay here, and today I wanted to do more live gameplay commentary style shenanigans with a lot of my Yu-Gi-Oh content, like I do with a lot of my Let's Plays and stuff on my channel. And today we're going to be taking a look at Scrap Orcust, which is a deck that I've played IRL. I'm still kind of working on the build. I'm still kind of working on my extra deck. Just a smidgen. There are a couple of extra deck staples that I'm missing and I just don't have the materials with. Speaking of which, I'm going to be making a video on the economy of Master Duel and how it's kind of falling because the economy in this game is pretty bad. There's a lot of inaccessible ways to get a lot of ultra rare and super rare tokens. There are some methods out there that exist, and there are plenty of videos out there that cover these kind of subjects. But overall, I think there's a lot of issues with the game inherently when it comes to a lot of the attaining materials and stuff. So, but anyway, we're gonna quickly go over this build. This is more of a budgetish version of the deck. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm missing a lot of staples right now, and again, my extra deck is not by far the most optimal. I'm actually considering making a Sky Striker, Scrap Orcust, Sky Striker Orcust kind of build, just because there are a lot of extra deck staples that I can put in this deck. Or we could potentially even go the Phantom Knight route and do Phantom Knight Orcust, Phantom Knight Scrap Orcust. We have a lot of options kind of at our disposal. But without further ado, I'm actually going to cut this and then put Avermax back in here. But without further ado, let's take a quick look at the builds. We got 3 Max C because still by far the best hand trap in the game. 3 Scrap Recycler. This is our starter, our primary enabler next to our Scrap Raptor. This gets all of our machines in the graveyard, gets our tokens and stuff from like Crystron Rosenix activated and going. If I were to, well, I'll get into what I was about to say in a minute. 3 Ash Blossom. I'm just trying different hand traps. Orcust Simple Skeleton. I only have it at 2. I don't think you need more than 2. 1 Danger Jackalope and 2 Danger Tsuchinokos. I would honestly put this at 2 and then probably 3 of this and cut some of the other cards in here. But again, just I've run completely out of material. So this is, like I said, a bit of a budget build. Crystron Rosenix. Now for this card, its goal is to be a token generator to make it so we can make some link plays and stuff, but I would honestly replace this with Jet Synchron or a Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion, because that card is legal in this game. There are a lot of good cards, honestly, that are missing from this deck, but again, they're just so expensive to build things in this game without spending, you know, real money, and I don't have the money to spend on this deck, or these decks like I would love to. So for now, we're making do with kind of what I run IRL, which is minus the Harpour, which is pretty much this entire build. Next, we've got Orcust Harpour, one of the best Orcust monster by far, because it can special summon an Orcust from your deck. Currently banned in the TCG, at 1 in the OCG, at 1 in this game. We're gonna run it. 2 Scrap Raptor. I don't think you need more than 2 currently for this build anyway. You can run 3, but I just don't have a 3rd, I believe. Do I have a 3rd? Yeah, I don't have a 3rd. 2 Refrigerator or Scrap Golem. He can revive scraps, so he allows a lot of your combos to kind of go off and go crazy. Orcust Nightmare. I mean, it's an Orcust based deck, so you run this at 2 at least. We've got World Legacy World Wand. Sometimes you can run this at 2, sometimes you can run this at 1. I'm a little conflicted on exactly about how many of this I want to run. It also combos really well with things like Orchestrated Return, of which I've tried to kind of run in this deck, but since we have 3 Upstart Goblin, I don't know if I really need to run 3 of this, or any copies of this really, because it becomes a break if you don't draw any Orcust cards, which is very possible to happen with the way this deck is built. 1 Raigeki at board wipe, 3 Upstart because it cuts your deck down to 37 cards, or it helps cut your deck down to deck thins. Same with Foolish Burial and Terraforming. They cut your deck down to 35 cards. Scrapyard. Honestly, all of these cards cut your deck down to about, let's see, what is that? 32? So you're inherently playing a 32 card deck because these all search something. But yeah, so one Foolish, 1 Terraforming, 1 Scrapyard to search our Scrap Raptor, which can get our combos kind of going. 1 World Legacy Succession. It plays off of our Lib, the World Keyblade Master. Allows us, it's basically a Monster Reborn. It's a searchable Monster Reborn, so you know, go crazy with that. 2 Lightning Storm, go for going second. Honestly, I'm a little bad at making going second builds because I always personally enjoy going first a little bit more. But with this deck, I like to kind of go first and get my combos and stuff set up. But I don't know. One, Scrap Factory. It allows us to do more shenanigans, more combos. It allows us to special summon scrap monsters from our deck when a scrap monster is destroyed. Orchestrated Babel. It turns all of our Orcust monsters into quick effects, which is broken. Call by the Grave, because we don't like hand traps, and Orcust Crescendo. Now, if I were to change anything about this build, I don't think I would like to have these two Lightning Storms here. I don't think they're necessary. I mean, going second in this game is really good. I guess it just depends on the build. If I had more certain cards in the build, I think I would be a little more comfortable with that. Like, I would like to have Gearsu in the deck, but again, I just don't have the materials for him. I need to get a copy of Long Gearsu. Maybe we'll end up dropping a little bit of money just to get some of the things that we need here. But I mean, it's overall a very functional build, but there are definitely some things I would prefer to have in this deck. I would like to have Fossil Excavation, I think it's called. Fossil Dig. This allows us to search our Scrap Raptor in more ways. So, I mean, we put this in the deck. We keep cutting the deck down. I would honestly run 3 of these over 3 upstarts, because this allows us to pick what we want out of the deck and get our combos just kind of going right at the gate. But that being ultra rare is that makes it very difficult to get 3 of these, unfortunately. And as I mentioned earlier, I would replace our Rose Nicks with Jet Synchron, honestly, because it just has more utility. It allows you to get cards out of your hand, which is really good for the Orcust playstyle. It allows you to get cards out of your hand. It allows you to make combos with it because it can special summon itself in the graveyard. Another card you could potentially run with this is a Quick Draw Synchron, which is something I've actually run in my real life builds, because again, it allows you to get a card out of your hand and it allows you to special summon a monster. So I mean, like, I can't spell Quick Draw, but anyway, there are a lot of cards I would prefer to have. Actually, wait, we might be able to run this because it's normal. Interesting. I mean, I would like to have at least probably 3 Scrap Raptors, 3 Fossil Digs, like I said, in place of the upstarts. Yeah, maybe a couple more dangers. I don't know though. Like, I'm going to have to play around with the build a little bit. Honestly, I think Forbidden Droplings might be potentially better than this card on paper, but there are a lot of Eldritch players currently in this game, so that makes this kind of stuff, it makes going second harder. There's so many Eldritch players, back row players now. You kind of need the Lightning Storms and the Harpy's Feather Dusters to kind of make things run. Now, with these commentaries, certain things are subjected to change mid-video because I'm sitting here thinking about it. But now, the more that I think about it, I think I would rather have a Harpy's Feather Duster in here over a Raigeki. Because, I mean, we can convert the Lightning Storms into Raigekis if we need to, and vice versa. But Harpy's Feather Duster is always going to be really useful in this current meta. This best of one format is a little difficult to build around. But anyway, let's move on to the extra deck. We have 2 Din Gearsus. I mean, he's a free level 8 off of a Link monster, which is kind of insane. In a lot of original builds for Orcust decks, especially PK Orcust, you can make Din Gearsu lead in the VFD, which is True King of All Calamities, or Very Fun Dragon. And that's a build I've kind of wanted to experiment with, but again, I don't have a lot of the materials. If I could go the Phantom Knight route, I think I would. 1 Link Karibo, I mean, it allows us to convert our token. If our token needs to be converted into something, we could convert it into a Link Karibo. 1 Hauka Fibrex, pretty standard for this kind of deck because we have tuners in the deck. Nightmare Phoenix, back row removal. 1 Galatea, unfortunately this card is at 1. If we had 2, it would be better. Scrap Wyvern, one of our primary combo enablers. It allows us to do so many shenanigans. I don't like having this card in this deck, honestly, without the other Psyframe cards. I've been debating on cutting the upstarts for this card a little bit. It's honestly just another Link 2. There are a lot of other options I would have in the deck right now. I just, again, don't have the materials for them. I just threw this in here because I don't have any better Link 2 monsters. At least according to my list, I don't over here anyway. We could put this guy in here, but I mean, actually, on paper, this is better. Okay, so we're gonna add Land Forinth, whatever his name is, because he could just use any 2 monsters. Where were we though? We have Lib, the World Keyblade Master. So she allows us to search our World Legacy Secession, which is basically a Monster Reborn. There's a bit of a combo set of combos between her and Scrap Wyvern to kind of get the whole thing going. But it's really easy to set up. 1 Decode Talker. I mean, I just need better extra deck monsters, honestly. I debated on experimenting with a version of this deck involving artifacts, but I really couldn't think of a creative way to get that going. And I didn't want to just net deck. I tried to build this deck as much as possible to what I like, because I've run Orcust. I run Orcust IRL. I run Scrap Orcust specifically, and my real build is way more competitive than this one. We've got Nightmare Unicorn. This card would be better if we had an IP Masquerena, which is what will replace this by in a heartbeat. We'd be able to go into this on our opponent's turn. I might dismantle a few of my ultra rares, honestly, and get an IP Masquerena. Very good card overall. A very, very good card overall. But she allows us to do so many shenanigans. Pearl Sword, Boss Monster, Avramax, Boss Monster, Appaloosa, negates, and then Access Code Talker wins us our games, pretty much. So if I were to change anything of the extra deck, it would be an IP Masquerena, potentially a, what is that card? Zoroboros, I think it is? Zoro? I think it's called? I don't remember what it's called. It's a Link 3. Okay, so I couldn't think of the card, but I found it. It's not a Link 3, it's a Link 4. I was thinking of Topologic Zoroboros. Also, Trisbania is an option in place of Decode Talker. I think Trisbania is arguably a better card than Decode Talker by a mile. I would put this in the deck for sure. I would also do probably the Winda, the Shadal Winda build with this, where you use instant fusion to get Winda out in combination with your Dingirsu. Dingirsu keeps Winda from going to the graveyard, and you can do a bunch of shenanigans against your opponent, making it so they can't special summon monsters, I believe more than once. There's a lot I would change about this build. If I had the materials to do it though, I would. So we're just kind of running like I said what I got. So let's hop into a game, to a rank match. We are still gold 5. As we all know, the new season started. I haven't really tried to do too much with this game recently. I've just been really busy, but we'll see how things go. Let's go. Full Orcust combo is something that's very hard to beat around when you have the materials and the cards to do so with. Okay, we're gonna try going first for this duel, and if we go second the next one, that'd be even better. Going first in this game is honestly really bad, but I'm curious to see just to see how things kind of play out. I'm very curious to see how it'll go. Okay, so we opened pretty damn good. Okay. I'm about to say, did I not pick going first? Okay, there we go. Let's set this really quick. Unfortunately, we drew our Secession, so our Ib is kind of weak, or kind of useless. Let's summon Scrap Recycler. Activate Scrap Recycler. He might have Max C. He's gonna have Max C. Oof. Or he's just reading my card. Okay, so we could go to the Crystron Rosenix, which is probably what we're gonna end up doing. Unfortunately, we didn't draw anything that could help us get our Scrap Monsters kind of going. Like, we didn't draw into our Scrap Raptor. We'll send Rosenix to the graveyard. We'll activate the effect of Tsuchinoko, because we don't need our Symbol Skeleton in here. Hopefully we don't get Ash if he has Ash. I don't know if he's just reading cards for the first time, because this is gold 5. He could be a new player. He's got Pot of Greed, though. That definitely means he's finished the dual pass. Maxi. There it is. Yep. Okay. That's unfortunate. Well, there's a Scrap Raptor. We're going to activate Terraforming. We'll add Scrap Factory to our hand. We're going to go ahead and activate this. Do we play it to the Max C challenge is the question. I don't think we have a choice. If we can get Appaloosa on the field, I think we'll be okay. But okay, we'll make the token. We're going to take his challenge. We're going to go for it. I'm not gonna make Link Rebo. Not a good idea. Okay. No, we're actually gonna go, let me see. This, because we don't have a choice but to use a scrap recycler, unfortunately. Okay. This guy's gonna get so many free draws. We're taking the Maxi challenge. Gonna pop this. And then, we're gonna get 2 optional effects here. Okay. We will special summon Refrigerator number 1. Pop our Tsuchinoko. And then we'll summon... We're taking this Maxi challenge. We're in too deep at this point. Alright, so we're gonna activate Scrap Recycler. Revive it. We're gonna take this challenge, man. I'm not afraid of you. We're gonna say Heart Pour to the graveyard. Okay. We can make Appaloosa now because we no longer need to make Lib. I don't think that's a bad idea. Wait, which one? Whose effect did we already use? We already used this one's effect. Okay. Okay. I'm making Appaloosa in the event that he draws in the bureau now. No, we use the other one. I'm an idiot. Oops. I misplayed. I wish there was a way to know if you activated an effect right out the gate. That sucks. That's a misplay on my part. I didn't mean to do that. Gotta keep track of your cards, man. That's what happens. Some make mistakes happen. This guy's gonna have so many resources, man. Maybe we can deck him out? Question mark. Okay. Okay, how do we go about this now? Because I mean, we've got plenty of options. We can only summon dark monsters if we summon Galatea. Whatever. Like I said, I'm gonna activate Orcust Nightmare. Appaloosa is gonna gain extra attack, and then we're gonna send World Legacy Whirlwind to the graveyard. So she has what? It's 800, right? 8, 16, 24. So she's got 4 negates. Okay. Which is pretty good. Okay. We're gonna activate the Heart Pour. We've been going for a long time, man. Combo.deck. We'll get the other Nightmare out. Doesn't really matter. We're gonna deck this guy out, dude. Okay. We're gonna use our Golem and our Nightmare. He's got 24 cards left. Okay. We're gonna activate Galatea's ability. I don't think I don't think we can actually. Can we just pop this over Scrap Factory? Yep. Okay. We gotta end strong here. We have to end this board strong. Alright. We only have 1 Galatea though, which sucks. So it makes doing this all the harder. Because I mean, if we go Gearsu, there's really no point in going in the Gearsu. Because the way I'm thinking of it is like with the traditional like layout. So I mean, what can we do here? Honestly, I probably should have set our trap card. I definitely think I want to keep Galatea out. Because we could keep her as a quick effect. What do we do? I don't want to end on this board. This is not a good board. Honestly, we definitely need Long Girsu. We need Long Girsu for this build because we could get him out and then do shenanigans with that. Yeah, we gotta craft the Long Girsu. I'm seeing that now. This is not a good board to end on, and I don't think I want to end on this. We could make a Deco Talker. I think we'll make a Deco Talker. Yeah, so I've realized mistake number one. Actually, we could theoretically. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna activate. We're gonna make Din. We're gonna make Din Girsu. This is such a scuffed play. Okay. Do we have any other effects we can activate? We can make a Link 4 if we wanted to. But the question is, will we? Yes, we will. Because why the fuck not at this point, man? Yeah, this is scuffed. This is scuffed. That was also a temporary boost. This is such a bad play. We need a Long Girsu. I might not even actually, you know what? We're gonna do this. Reactivate Nightmare. I might not even upload this to YouTube, honestly. This is not a good play. There we go. We can get our Simple Skeleton engraved. Let's see what happens. He's gonna just drop Raigeki on me. Pot of Extravagance is such an insane card, man. Harpy's Feather Duster? Okay. That's an incredible card to have. So yeah, we're gonna stop that. Okay, we're gonna activate our Simple Skeleton. Get Galatea back on the field. Maybe? Alright, we're gonna activate Galatea effect. Shuffle our Harpor back in the deck. I don't know if he's gonna let this go. He's gonna let it go through. Okay. What's that, Crescendo? We can't activate it this turn, but it'll still be just a nice card to have. Okay. Gonna revive one of my monsters? Really? I figured it was gonna be a Scrap Wyvern for some reason. Okay. Alright, so what is he gonna do now? I don't even know what kind of deck he's running. I'm gonna assume it's Eldritch. What is this? He's winning Winged Dragon of Ra. Alright. You can send one Divine Beast, add one monster reborn from your deck or graveyard to your hand. You can send this face-up card. Okay, so yeah, he's just running Winged Dragon of Ra. I don't know what any of these do. Ancient Chant, add one Ring Dragon of Ra from your deck to your hand. You can stream this monster there. Okay. Okay, so he could just do an extra tribute summon. So, I mean, what's his play, though? Oh, damn. So if he tribute summons any Winged Dragon of Ra, it's going to have just a lot of attack points. Noted. Whew. Alright, so I think we just lost this duel. That's fucking crazy. Holy smokes. Okay. Oh, that's just wrong, man. All right, well, I just lost a Winged Dragon Raw pass. Not even pass. Holy smokes. Well, that's embarrassing. All right. We just lost a Winged Dragon of Raw. In my defense, I took a Maxi challenge. Honestly, I should have stopped while I was ahead. If I didn't know he was playing Winged Dragon of Raw. Okay. So let's take a look. Let's end the video here. I'm gonna re-optimize this deck and try my best. See where things go. That's how the cookie crumbles, man. Honestly, I didn't play it that good, though. I've been on a bit of a losing streak lately because I think I'm overthinking my decks a little too much. And I think I need to start going second more. It's just not good going first because of things like the Maxi challenge and whatnot. So, I mean, yeah, especially against decks like that, honestly. He probably would have loved it. He loved the fact that I said he can go second. So, not my best play. But hopefully you enjoyed the video and watched this embarrassing defeat. There's another card I also need to get in this deck, and that's Gizmek or Orgy. I need to get this card too. It's just so hard to get shit in this game once you spent all your gems and your materials and stuff. Because, I mean, as we can all tell, oh, and maintenance has started. All right, well, I guess I'll just see you guys later.